What is up, everybody? Welcome to AK Plays. I'm AK. Let's play. Alright, so today I'm going to be giving you some tips on using Deadeye builds. Doesn't necessarily need to be mine. There's other Deadeye builds you could be using, and a lot of these are going to be constants. So first thing, this is just a clip of me doing a one-shot, and then the rest of this clip is going to be a solo manhunt with Deadeye. I'm not going to strictly abide by some of these tips during this clip because you do have to change it a little bit if you're going to be crazy like this and go rogue with Deadeye. If you're solo rogue with Deadeye, it's not the easiest build. I wouldn't recommend it. Deadeye is unbelievably good for hunting rogues, especially manhunts, because you can camp the point if you're feeling like it and really scare some people. It's also really good if you're on a team. If you're a team and you have a team that can go up in front of you and hold people back, then you can just pick people off with Deadeye, and it's an unbelievably good build. More than anything, this build is a ton of fun to run, and but you can't get caught up in that, because as awesome as this build is and as fun as it is to be able to one-shot or two-shot players, you have to remember there's a huge downside. If anyone gets up on you, you're going to die. You don't have a ton of stamina, so as soon as somebody gets on you, you're at a huge risk of death. If somebody hits you with a frag grenade, you're going to be out. Basically, I think it's about 2 bars you go down. It's crazy. But either way, so that brings me to my first tip. First tip is either have an effective team that's going to keep people far away from you, or understand your distancing so you know how to place yourself far away from the fight. Deadeye is a lot about practice, and so usually, like this clip, I think I ran it cold. Like I just came in, threw on Deadeye, and saw how I could do. But usually Deadeye is something that gets better with time, meaning if you run it all day or that whole week, or I don't know if you're crazy enough running it for all of your division playing, you're going to be better and better with it. The more I use it, the more I get better throughout the day. And it's kind of, you start to understand your distancing and where your optimal range ends. You start to understand where your 30 meters is to be able to unlock prepared. And you start to understand the maps, especially skirmish, a little bit in Last Stand, and obviously in the DZ, if you don't know it well enough yet. You'll understand where there's good elevated positions, places where there's good funnels, and you'll get better with Deadeye. So, number one thing is understand your distancing and having a team that can keep people at a good distance for you. Number two is practicing with Deadeye and understanding where different distances are. And number three is using funnels. So you can see what I'm doing here is I have these guys having to come at me from that checkpoint, and they're coming straight down this sidewalk. And that's perfect for sniping, because you want that person coming at you from one direction and not being able to deviate left to right. Obviously in this game, strafing is huge, and most good players are going to strafe when they come at you. The way you predict a strafe is you're either going to shoot for the right or left. You're not going to shoot in the middle because your chance of missing them is very high, and you're going to try to time their strafe. And so usually it's going to be left, right, left, right, left, right, and then you just predict when that next one is going to come and you shoot to the spot. However, if it's a really good player, they're going to understand that that's what you're doing, and they're going to mix it up and go left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, and they're going to try to really screw with your head. So you just kind of hope not to have that, but understand that it's part of the game. So understand that you want a straight ahead funnel. You don't want to shoot people running left to right, and you don't want your team having to fight people left to right, and then you're going to be very useless. You want to make sure you have a really nice long funnel that you can shoot people coming at you from straight ahead and make your shots as easy as possible. Deadeye, obviously, with a huge risk of being very squishy, you're going to want to stay at hugely far distances. You're going to want to have good funnels, and you're going to want to make sure that you understand when you get rushed, you have to have incredible funnels, because any type of movement at all left to right with an enemy at close range, when you're using the heal, if you're running my build, or whatever backup weapon you're using on your Deadeye build, you have to be very accurate, and you have to have a great funnel, because the time to kill, you're going to have to burn them very quickly before they start shooting you, because you do not have any stamina at all if you're running your Deadeye correctly. So if you're running the heal and you're running my build, then you're probably going to use attack link, and you're going to have a great funnel if you have a couple of people rushing you, and don't be afraid to do that. If you have a green or a blue and you're running the squishy of a build, you might have used that, but you have attack link, because that's all that you can really run as a Deadeye, because the other ults are not going to be anywhere near as effective. However, if you hit attack link, you're going to burn somebody down before they even know what happens. So don't be afraid to use that. Don't use it every time in every situation, but if you're getting rushed by usually more than one, sometimes one, and they're in a really tight funnel and you have a good shot at them, definitely go ahead, hit that attack link and burn them down really quickly. Because you're going to have to move person to person very quickly. Deadeye, obviously, I can't stress it enough, you're extremely squishy, but you do unbelievable damage, and this is, in my opinion, one of the most fun builds to run in the game. But I hope you enjoyed these tips, and go ahead and become a more successful Deadeye. If you have any questions, throw it in the comments.